Hi, I thought I would take a moment to address some issues that people are having with getting data from Hawks into our Guru. So here is a question from lesson 5.1, and it's one that involves data. They want you to calculate the correlation coefficient here. And rather than type these numbers into our Guru, let's try to attempt to use the copy data feature. So copy data here. So it's telling me it's on the clipboard. Go over to our Guru. Right here in this first row under bar 1, I'm just going to click there. And I'm going to, because I want to hit Control V. Now, if you try to right click and say copy data and do those kind of things, it won't work always. But hitting the keystroke Control V will copy the data in there. Sometimes you may have to allow it to do it. You might get a pop-up saying, are you sure? Do you want to allow this feature? And do click that you will allow it, because then from now on, you'll be able to use the Control V feature. Now, the trouble we have with this is that our first row is occupied by the title of the variables, which we don't need. Before I move too far away from it, I do want to, because I don't want to forget what these variables represent, I am going to go to this triple bar here and click Rename. And I'm going to put the word weeks gestation. I think that's best I can spell here. How about weeks gest? That's good. And rename. And then it's getting a little angry with me, and because it doesn't like spaces here. If you're wondering if you've tried this yourself, it does not want spaces in the name of your variable. So let's just call this weeks. That'll be safer. Now, the other variable is called weight. So I'm going to go to this triple line, scroll down to rename, and I'm going to put weight. So you may not want to name these. You don't have to, but sometimes I like to put them in so I remember which column represents what information. So now let's get rid of this first row. We do not need it. So I'm going to right click on the first row and choose to delete it. All right, so now we have our data. We have weeks and weight. And so because that first row was once occupied by words that pasted over, our Guru is going to be a little bit confused. It's going to think that both of these variables are qualitative, when in fact they are both quantitative. So how do we fix that? It's a quick fix, which is you're going to click on this little icon next to the sigma and the T here, and it's called variable properties. So you'll click on the variable properties, bring this up. And if we click on weeks, notice it doesn't recognize it as a numerical data. It recognizes it as something called nominal. So we're going to change that to numerical. We're going to go to weight. Notice, again, the word showing up in this initially has confused our gurus. We're going to hit numerical. And both of these variables now have titles. The numbers are there, and they're both recognized by our Guru as numerical or quantitative data. The last thing you're going to want to do is save the data. So maybe I might call this 5.1 homework, whatever you want to name it. You can do that. Save. And this now lives in my data panel as a data set that I can use and now try to answer the correlation question. So that's how we can do that. Now, some data sets you'll find will paste in perfectly normally. Like the titles won't come with it. You can take a moment and title them yourself. And then some of these data sets do paste in with the column headers inside the spreadsheet on row 1. And that's when you need to delete it and then change the variable properties to both be numerical. So I hope this is helpful in your journey in doing Chapter 5 homework. If you need more help with this, please reach out with my office hours or shoot me an email, and we can keep you moving here with learning the material.